We just got a small teaser for Madden 25, and in this video I'm going to show you the teaser, but I'm going to also talk about everything we know so far about Madden 25, some of the info that has come out, and I'm going to let you know what to expect next week, as we're going to be getting a ton of info and even the beta for Madden 25. And if you don't want to miss out on any of the upcoming Madden 25 videos, like the gameplay, the franchise news, and even the other college football news that we're going to have at the end of this month as well, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you don't miss any of those important videos. Trying to get to 600k subs before the release of the game, so if everybody watching just subscribed, we could literally hit that number in a few days. So let's look at this little brief teaser for the Madden 25 cover, and then I'll explain to you what to expect coming up soon.
EA Sports, it's in the game.
So there's a lot of speculation about who this could be in the video. I've seen a lot of different names thrown around. The two names I'm seeing thrown around the most are Joe Burrow and Christian McCaffrey, as they're saying that sounds like his voice in the video. Also, the lighting in the video is orange, could also be red potentially. So a lot of people are landing on those two names. Typically the Madden cover is a quarterback, but I do think it's time for a switch up. I've been saying that for the past 3 years, even going back to Madden 22 when I thought Derrick Henry should have been on the cover. So we'll see the cover in a few days on June 11th. However, on June 13th, we're going to be getting more reveals for the game, as EA does have a countdown on their website for June 13th. It is the official Madden 25 reveal. And if you remember previous years, or even just a few weeks ago with College Football 25, reveal day is usually the first sizzle trailer. So it'll be about a minute long. It's going to be a lot of cinematic shots. They'll show you some new players and things like that, but it's not going to be too much. And then on the website, they'll usually drop the reveal blog, where they'll go over some of the important bullet points of what you can expect in the game. And then in the weeks to follow, that's when the deep dives come. So this is how everything is about to play out. June 11th cover, June 13th trailer, and some info on the game. And then also, I think on the 13th is when the beta goes live as well. So if you do want a chance to get on the beta, make sure to follow on my social medias. Every year I have a ton of beta codes to give away. I give them away on Instagram and over on Twitter/X. So make sure to follow over there, because I'm sure I'm going to have a ton of codes to give away this year, like every other year. Now, what do we already know about Madden 25? Well, we know a decent little bit so far, and honestly I think Madden 25 might surprise some people this year, because with college football being back, this is only going to help Madden going forward, because we have two separate development teams. There are some people that work on both games for sure, but majority work on just their separate games. And the good thing about having two football games developed at the same time is that they can now share features, and that's what they did back in the day. Now, of course, both games do have their differences, especially in certain modes and certain little gameplay elements that are going to be in one game and not the other. However, usually back in the day, if one game had a good feature that could be used in the other game, they would share it. It only makes sense. So that's actually a good thing for Madden, because now every year we essentially almost have like two development cycles for the game instead of just one, because there's other games being built alongside it that they can share features with, and vice versa. This could also help the college game out in some ways as well. Now we're going to get into what we do know about Madden 25 so far, but really quickly I want to shout out today's video sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you like money and you like sports, then you've got to be on Underdog Fantasy playing their pick'em game. Basically, all you have to do is pick higher or lower on a wide variety of player stats, and if they hit, you can win some big money. But the best part about Underdog Fantasy is they'll give you free cash to play with at sign up, and they give you a free play to help you out right out of the gate. So if you sign up during the NBA Finals, for example, on certain days, they'll give you guys like Jason Tatum to get a single point. Or for WNBA games, they'll give you Caitlin Clark to get a single point. Basically a free play that's going to win no matter what. And if you sign up using my code RAY, R-A-Y, they'll also give you up to $250 in bonus cash to play with. So you can get up to $250 free cash to play with, and you just can't beat that. So what do we know about Madden 25 so far? Well, one of the big things that was leaked months and months ago is that there's going to be multiple announce crews for the game. Charles Davis kind of spilled the beans when he was on a podcast a few months ago. He said there's going to be multiple announce crews that you could pick from this year, which means we're going to have some form of new announcers in the game finally for the first time in about 8 or 9 years. And this has been one of the bigger complaints about the game lately, is that the commentary has gotten very stale and they're tired of hearing just the same voices every year. Well, this year it appears that that's going to be changing. And this was further confirmed a few weeks ago when the Madden 25 info went up on the Xbox store, and the description said, in EA Sports Madden NFL 25, discover the next level of field sense, including a re-engineered physics system, updated features across franchise and other modes, as well as brand new commentary and presentation. So even on the Xbox store, the official description of the game says there's going to be new commentary. So that's a big one right out the gate. We also see presentation mentioned here, which is really big because two of the areas that have been lacking in Madden for a while now have been the the commentary and the presentation. Both have needed a much needed facelift, and the presentation in general just needs to be way better than it is. So I'm glad to see that we're definitely going to get some presentation stuff here this year. Hopefully something that can really make the game feel more alive. But even in here, we're also seeing there's updated features across franchise mode, which has come to be expected over the last few years. I know, a while back, they really weren't touching franchise that much and it got into a pretty bad state. But the last 2 or 3 Maddens, they've put a lot of stuff back into the mode that they previously removed. They've added some new stuff. If you go back to Madden 21 when Fixed Madden franchise kind of broke out and you compare it to Madden 24's franchise mode, it's a world of difference. However, the mode still needs some more stuff, still doesn't have a creative team. We see that Team Builder is in college football, and I've been saying for years, once college football comes back, they're going to have some form of creative team, and I would expect Madden to get it as well. So I'm very curious to see if that's going to happen. And again, with that game being back, the features that can work in Madden also are probably going to get transferred over. So I think that's going to be a really big deal for this game. But we do know, no matter what, we are actually getting even more franchise updates like we have been the last few years. We also can see here that they're going with Field Sense once again for the 3rd year. They've kind of kept building on it. It started in 23, and I think Field Sense has been pretty solid. The gameplay of the last couple of years in Madden have been noticeably better than it was in the previous 4 to 5 years, and they keep building on Field Sense every year, and it looks like they're finally re-engineering the physics system, which granted, they have thrown the word physics around a lot of years, saying that they've tweaked it, that they've redone it, this and that. So we kind of have to see how that plays out, but it kind of sounds like they're going to the next level of Field Sense. And if the physics system is getting better, well, that's just better for the gameplay. So we know that there's something going on there. We also know from a report that happened months ago from Mike Straw, which has been a very reliable leaker for EA Sports games. He said that the Superstar mode was also going to get a lot of focus this year, which makes sense because, again, with college coming back and Road to Glory being one of the bigger aspects of that game, Superstar mode in Madden has to continue to really build out and get a lot better than it is, because if Road to Glory is going to be good and you're going to be able to transfer that player over to Madden, which is confirmed, they need Superstar mode to be on point as well. So we do know so far new commentary, new presentation, new franchise features, a re-engineered physics system, and we do know Superstar mode is going to be getting some significant love as well so that it can translate the Road to Glory guy over and be more seamless and just be a better mode altogether. So far what we do know about the game to me is pretty promising. We're seeing them touch on a lot of specific things that we have wanted addressed with the game, and of course we're going to find out more in the weeks to come. So next week, expect the official cover reveal, expect the first trailer and a bit of info coming from EA. The beta is going to go live as well, and then in the weeks to follow, we're going to be getting gameplay deep dives, franchise mode deep dives, and all that good stuff until the release of the game sometime in August. And for those of you that are wondering when we're getting more College Football 25 info, just know that is coming soon as well. I know, just like everybody else, I want more info on the game. There's going to be more deep dives on that game for Dynasty and Road to Glory and all that stuff coming later in the month, I believe. I think they're switching gears for a week or two here to get some of the Madden info out, to start up the Madden beta and things like that. But the college news is going to be resuming very soon as well. So the next month and a half, we're going to be getting a ton of news for both games. Now, if you want to know the latest on the College Football 25 game, you can check out that video right here on the screen.